Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back, ladies and gents, for another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be addressing what's going on. We're going to be taking a look at Cardano. Now, we are seeing a nasty sell-off in the markets right now. The entire market is down by about 11.2%, and we have lost a considerable amount of volume in terms of market cap. We're going to be going over exactly what's going on in this video. And the first thing that I want to say, and I've been saying this for as long as I've had this channel now, and for those of you who don't believe me and perhaps want some reassurance of what's actually going on, this is normal, part and parcel of being in the crypto space. Sell-offs are a regular part of a bull market, not only in the crypto space, across the board. What you are seeing is normality, and I'm going to be doing some things hopefully in this video that are going to reassure you of that. Now, we are seeing quite a nasty sell-off in ADA. We are looking like we are indeed going to make a lower low. This could mean that we could continue to roll to the downside. However, I think in the grand scheme of things, guys, if you are not a trader and you do not have leverage positions like leverage longs right now, if you have leverage shorts, you're not doing too bad. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. I want to just start this video by taking a look at where Cardano is today. It's currently sat at $1.06, down 14.5% on the 24-hour and down a whopping 21% on the 7-day. The first thing I want to say, guys, and it's really something that I'm going to ask the people out there that are getting worried and getting scared and getting kind of very pessimistic about ADA and the price action, and it's becoming more and more increasing that now people are only really here for the price, which I don't think there's anything wrong with. What fundamentally, other than the price of ADA, what has changed? Has there been a double spend on the network? Has there been some sort of staking issues? Has somebody ended up losing coins? Has there been some kind of a protocol malfunction? Any kind of bad news really specific to Cardano? There has been nothing. The fundamental of this project, not only has it not changed in a bad way, but day on day on day, this project and its fundamentals get stronger and stronger and stronger. The only thing that has changed is the price. Now, I don't care whether you're here because you believe in what blockchain technology is trying to do for the world, or whether you just want to make some money. I think they're both valid reasons to be in this space. I'm not one of these people that hate on people that want to make money. It's the reason I initially got into this market, and then I kind of fell in love with the whole ideology of Bitcoin and what it was really trying to do. And we do drop little hints in my videos about what is actually the bigger picture. But fundamentally, nothing has changed with Cardano other than the price. You have no reason to worry about. Please, I encourage you to go and watch my earlier videos where we are talking about sell-offs that took place before Bitcoin was even at its prior 2017 all-time highs, and why these were normal and part and parcel. And every single time we came out and said that, a week, a month, a couple of days, the price would recover and go higher. And the same thing is going to happen today, guys. I told you I was putting buy orders all the way down to like 40 cents. Not that I think we're going to get anywhere near that, guys. I think the lowest we could perhaps go is 80 cents in the worst case scenario. It is indeed possible to sell below that, but I think ultimately, we're seeing a similar structure to what we've previously seen, and essentially you are going to bottom out and top out, bottom out and continue to increase higher. And one thing I want to do, guys, very, very quickly before we move on and we really get into this Cardano chart, and we get into some news about, tax and stuff like that, I want to show you Amazon. I've related this on an Ethereum video. We used to cover the Amazon chart a lot, and we essentially said that this is how we predicted what Bitcoin was going to do, because we took a look at Amazon. We saw that the structure was very similar. This is Amazon back in 1999 in the dot-com boom. Amazon today is one of the most valuable companies. It's totally revolutionized the e-commerce industry and really has a monopoly on it as a result of it. Amazon back then in the dot-com boom went from around about $107, $105 all the way down to $4 or $5. So the fundamentals of the project didn't change. What they were trying to do didn't change. The only thing that changed was the price due to manipulation, due to, they do the same thing time and time again, guys. They really probably were trying to shake you out. Everything crashed. Of course, we know what happened in the dot-com boom and prior to that, or post that. Really, the only thing that changed with Amazon was the price. The fundamentals were still strong, and that's why you see Amazon today, after it went all the way down to $5 in the 2000s, Amazon today, I think it's currently worth $3,312. So value and price, and I've made sure that I've stressed that on a number of times on this channel, are different. Price is only one metric to weigh up value. Cardano is a valuable project, irrelevant of its price. Now that sounds crazy to some of you out there, but like I say, I don't care whether you're here just to make money or whatever, but if you have a relative understanding of what you're looking at here and what the ramifications of a system like Cardano being implemented are, how it could revolutionize not just the financial sector, but government sectors, social sectors. You have a trustless operating system, which is never been done before. Bitcoin was the first, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. If you understand what you're looking at, you have nothing to worry about. Short term, everybody likes to get drawn in, and we are indeed making a lower low. If this daily candle closes, we would have made a lower low, and we could see some continuation to the downside. Let's just quickly talk about where Cardano could top out. And what I want to do is take you to a weekly time frame. Let's put an EMA on. Is this a 20? Okay. So you could perhaps come down to this 80 sort of cents level. It wouldn't surprise me necessarily. Bitcoin, of course, is selling off as well. We know that the whole market is still largely correlated to Bitcoin and what Bitcoin does. We've seen this before time and time again. I wouldn't necessarily like to come down sort of past 45,000. We could go past that. A lot of people shouting for 43,000. Regardless, if it went to 30,000, and don't make me pull that Amazon chart up again, understand what you're believing in, what you're investing in, sorry. And if you have that belief in it, you will be rooted like a tree, so that every time there is a gust of wind, you will not be shaken out and fall over. Somebody said to me the other day, they go, oh, great, I've lost, I think it was a couple of £100 or whatever it was. Remember this as well. Regardless of if you bought Cardano at 2 cents and you're still sat in it to this day, you haven't made a penny until you've sold. The same way you have not lost a penny from where you initially bought until you sold. There's a lot of, and I think YouTubers have a lot to blame here. And it's why I really try and keep it as real as I possibly can with you guys. I understand, I've been here for 4 years. Certainly not the longest. I'm late in comparison with a lot of people. I've been through practically a whole 4-year Bitcoin cycle theory. But one thing that just becomes more and more apparent day by day by day, before we had any institutions involved, before we had any, kind of real clout in the traditional sort of financial legacy system, which we are now getting, big companies coming out saying we're looking at this as an alternative investment, like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, etc., etc. It was extremely apparent to me that this technology is going to revolutionize sectors of the world in a similar way that the internet did. And in fact, it's probably going to accrue more value than the internet. If you look at the actual internet, its value isn't huge. Companies and stocks built upon it are. That's for another video. But ultimately, guys, what I'm here to tell you, and we're not really going to do too much technical. I pulled up that EMA just to show you that we could be going down to 80 cents. That is absolutely possible. But ultimately, if I was to kind of map out what's going to happen, guys, I think you could bottom and you will just go up for another continuation structure. I think April and May are still going to be bullish months. The last thing that I want to touch on, guys, and I'll quickly show you this for those of you who are new to the channel and haven't seen this before. This was Bitcoin in 2017, and this was all the sell-offs that we had, sometimes as serious as 30% in Bitcoin. It's part and parcel of every bull market. In the crypto space, understand you are investing in the most volatile asset class out there. There is an element of risk associated to that. And everybody, I can't just give you a blanket risk assessment. Everyone's situation is different. My situation, I am young enough that if I lose everything, I can just wipe my hands and start again. Some people out there might have kids, husbands, wives, houses, mortgages, etc., etc. So you have to do your own risk assessment on yourself. I always say, don't put more money than you can afford to lose. And believe me, I wouldn't have put my money into this if I thought I was going to lose it. Put it that way. And so far, so good. I've been very, very impressed with the kind of returns I've received off crypto. And I think I'm going to continue to be fulfilled with my investment. And I think a lot of you guys out there are going to be. I think there's a lot of money to be made in crypto, but you've got to understand the basics. You've got to know what you are getting involved with. Otherwise, you are going to be pulling your hair out every time we have a correction. And let me tell you guys, corrections are a regular part of this space. This does not look to me like a 2017 topping out structure. Does it look the same to you? Or let's take a look at Bitcoin quickly. Does what we're seeing now look like 2017's blow off top? We've grabbed a square there somehow. Because it certainly doesn't to me. Anyway, we're quickly going to touch on this. Bitcoin falls below 50,000 as Biden tax plans spark crypto sell-off. We all know that the entire market still follows Bitcoin largely. This is still true to this day, and it's probably going to continue to be true. Reason being is because Bitcoin is really what everyone gets into first. So the institutions going for Bitcoin because they think there's more security, etc., associated with it, and then they'll, eventually down the line get into altcoins. You still have all that to come. Cardano, as far as it appreciating in price. I mean, think about what you have to come in Cardano's kind of roadmap. You've got smart contracts to come. You've got huge deals being made, etc., This isn't a fundamentals on Cardano video. It's just an update, tell you where I'm at, tell you what's going on, show my face, and kind of give you a breakdown of what I think is going on. This looks like a nasty wick, but remember, guys, we've seen these wicks happen before, and they usually don't tend to close. I would doubt very much if we kind of close below that kind of 98 cent range. I'd like to see us hold that as well. That would be a range that I'd like to see us hold and become support. The reason I'm bringing this up, guys, is because I saw a comment yesterday and it was saying, I thought the cryptocurrency market and the stock market aren't correlated. They're not necessarily, but what they are both correlated to is world events. And you need to remember that because world events have a direct effect. So if there's turmoil somewhere in the world, like we saw back in March of 2020, not just because the crypto market sold off, everything sold off nasty, guys. You want to talk about a real sell-off? I mean, I was involved in that and still held strong and still accumulated, as much as I could at that point, and it's paid me well. And the reason that I've been able to do that is because I know what I'm investing in. And I'm trying to stress this point to you enough because I really think that I've been in a lot of your positions before where you've bought into something, it's sold off, and you're going, oh, I've made a big mistake. The reason I was in those positions and felt that way was because I didn't really understand what I was investing in. Once you have that understanding, like I say, you'll be rooted like a tree. And one reason I bring up this is because, world events do have an effect on not only the crypto market, but every market. You're going to see this. It's all just noise and FUD, in my opinion. I do think it sucks. The libertarian in me is, very angry about this, but I don't live in the US. I'm not going to have to deal with the consequences. I feel like it's, if I'm being honest, I feel like it's robbery. And I am not against, even though I'm a libertarian, I'm absolutely not against taxes, but I'm for a fair tax system that is actually spent correctly. I feel like taxes are just completely misspent, and just because it's not technically their money, nobody spends money more carefully than somebody whose money it actually is. So because it's not their money, they just spend it willy-nilly, spend it wastefully. Regardless, guys, I'm not going to get into that, but I'm going to love and leave you guys. It was just a quick update. I want to say hello to you all. I want to see how you're all doing. Let me know in the comments. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I mean, Dogecoin hit $50 billion in terms of value, and Cardano today is sat at 35. And Dogecoin is a worthless cryptocurrency in terms of fundamentally, it has no technological kind of standing. Cardano is literally trying to change the world, guys, and we are seeing that become apparent. So that's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have, a like is always appreciated. Comments, I want to know your comments. I want to know your thoughts, concerns. I want to know what you think about these videos. At the end of the day, guys, I do these videos for you, and I want to know your feedback. That is all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Get subscribed to one of the fastest and realest growing YouTube channels out there, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.